Hey guys, it's Alon. So I recently heard that the Aether dimension actually does exist within the beta 1.20264-bit mod, and you can see here that guys that I am in the Aether right now. And without further ado, let's head to 4,150,000,000 and then 1. Then this loads up here. So this is going to put me really far away, and let's hit F4 times fixed rendering glitches. You'll see that I am well into the Aether farther lands, which are pretty much everything you'd expect of the overworld farther, from the overworld farther lands. Just more squished and stretched out horizontally. So you can see that I'm right around the 4 billion mark once again. And the game is, once again, works in here just fine. And there's a sheep buff over there. But now let's head to 34,359,735,450. 450, and then 34,359,736,950. So you will see when this loads up that the biome fill noise farlands actually do exist in the Aether, just like in the overworld. And their shapes are even the same as the overworld. There's a few flying pigs. There's a bit of gap in here. I'm not sure what this is really. You can see that the biome fill noise farlands do generate. This is in the overworld. Alright. So now let's head to 1 trillion blocks out. And 150 and 1. So it's pretty much the same as in the 4 billion case, except that we are now in the biome fill noise farlands. What's this? It's a purple flower. I haven't played around with the Aether mod very much. Oh, cave noise. So, I'm not sure what that is. Exactly. There's Aether, and that's just Aether dirt. You can see the terrain looks pretty much the same as in the 4 billion case. And there's a cloud generating in the tunnel. Oh, huh, weird. There. And now let's head to 9,499,254,740,992, 150, and 9,740,190,254,740,992. So when this loads up, here you will see the Aether stripe lands. And I have to hit F4 times again to fix the chunk rendering glitches. I'm teleporting. Stripe lands appear just like in the overworld, of course. And I'm not sure if there's really any biome breakdown in the trillions range like in the overworld. Because the Aether, as far as I can tell, is just one or maybe 2 biomes. Really, it's just 1 biome. And finally, let's head to 18 quadrillion, 14 trillion, 390 billion, 590 million, 481,984, 150, and then 1. Alright. So you'll see the stripe lands and the edge stripe lands end just like before. And the outside lands begin. Only difference is, unlike in the overworld, we actually still have trees generating at any distance. In the overworld, the trees eventually stop generating, and that may be due to the biome breakdown. Like how only grassland biomes generate after a few trillion blocks out in the overworld. Alright. Alright, so now let's head to so that's pretty much not quite all there is to it, but there is still one more thing I'd like to show you guys. Let's head to 1,004,065,811 on both axes. So I can show you guys that the Aether farther lands really do exist, and they actually generate about the same coordinates as in the overworld. And the reason the farlands in the Aether are more squished vertically and stretched out horizontally is because the interpolation intervals are switched from the overworld and nether. Like, again, the overworld is every 4 blocks, and the X of the Xyz and 8 in the Y. Same in the nether, but here it's every 8 blocks and the X of the Xyz and every 4 on the Y. So yeah, guys, that's about all I've got to show for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell and click on all for all notifications. And goodbye.